Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi, Learning by Doing. So this is going to be the next video on learning C Sharp by decoding the UiPath activities. In the previous video, we wrote the functions in C Sharp for the clipboard activities that we have in UiPath. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and see that. The link is in the description. Now in this video, we are going to work with files and specifically with the text files. So in this video, let me tell you what are the functions that we are going to see. So in this video, we are going to see the following functions: how to write them, how to follow the best practices, and how can you create more meaningful and user-friendly functions within the code. So these are the 5 functions that we are going to write by the end of the video and going to understand each and every line of this code. Now the first one is file path exists, that we have used many times in UiPath. We either use it in a if condition, or we use it in assign condition to set it to a boolean value or something like that. Then we have folder path exist, which is similar to file. It's just that here we are going to check the folder. Then it is read file text, write file text, and append file text. Now these 3 functions are going to be a bit of interesting and more of a learning, even though there is very small code within this, but we are going to learn a lot with that functions as well. So let's get started with the file path exist function. Okay, so here we are going to return a boolean value. As you can see, that is the reason it is written as public bool file path exists. So at the end, we'll either know that is the file existing or is it not existing. So initially I have set my result variable, boolean variable, to false, and we are taking one argument, that is path. Now later what we are doing is we are using the file dot exist function. Now this comes under the namespace system.io. So in the previous video we had only this 2 namespace, but now you need to add using system.io. It's just that you need to simply write over here. If I remove this, I will be seeing multiple errors, the red errors that you can see. If I just write using system.io, the errors are gone. So it's just that you need to mention system.io. In within that, I have one method, or you can say one function, that is file. In that there is one method called exist. Now there are multiple methods over here which we are going to learn one by one, but in this I have picked this 5 functions. So you see append all text, append text, and there is exist. So this is what we are using. Now if you see the description, determines whether the specified file exists or not. So yeah, this is the first thing that we are going to see, file dot exist. Now if it is existing, the path that I'm taking through the above function, main function, where I'll be calling, and I'm returning the result true. If it does not exist, then I'm returning the value false, right? And at the end we are writing return result, which passes the output of our function to the main function where we are calling it. Now the other function, that is folder path, it is exactly similar to that. If you see bool result, right, and here what we are doing is folder path exists. Now in C sharp, or even in UiPath or any .NET language that you work, right, folder is always known as directory and file is always known as file, as we have seen earlier. So here instead of file, I'm going to mention directory. Now the other, all the things remain the same because we need to check whether the directory is existing or not. So I hope this function is as well clear, and it's very easy. But if you see, we have written a very structured code. If it exists, we are giving a proper value to the user, like in the output. If not, then we are giving other value in the output, right? So this is the second function. Again, here we are taking one argument, that is going to be string path, and it is going to be a folder path. Now if other than something the folder path is provided, right, that complete thing is by default handled by the C sharp. So it will give us an error that invalid folder path or invalid directory path specified. So this is the second function. Now let's move ahead to see the next 3 functions which are interrelated to each other. The first one is read file text. Now here we are only going to work with the txt files, not the docs or excel or anything as such that will be coming in the further advanced videos, right? Because in that we need to create a stream reader to read word files and perform the operation. So don't worry, we'll be writing the functions of complete word activities that are in UiPath as well, but that will be coming in the further videos. Now looking over here, what I have to simply do is I have to pass the path. Now what I'm doing here, to give more meaningful output, what if the path value is empty, right? Even though my C sharp, my this complete application will throw me an error if the txt file is not proper or something like that, but I want to give a more meaningful output in the case when the path is empty, when I'm passing just the null value. So what I'm doing is, in this output is going to be a string, because whatever we are reading through the file, we are going to give that as an output. So here, if the path is empty, then I'm assigning my output variable, that is file text, as file path is empty. And what I'm doing is, if it is not empty, then I'm doing file dot read all text. Now let me write over here, read all text opens a text file, read all lines of the file and closes the file. Now this is happening by default, we are not doing anything else, right? Then read all lines opens a text file. Now this will read a line. What is the difference between read all text and read all lines? Read all text gives you the output in a string variable, whereas read all lines, which will be the individual lines within an array, that comes within array output. So if you see string array is mentioned over here in the output type, so you are going to get the individual lines within the array. But I'm going to do over here read all text, that will be doing in the further processing. Now whatever I'm reading, I'm assigning it to my variable file.text, and I'm returning that variable, right? So this is how you can write the read file text functions, and you can work with txt file within your C sharp code or as well as UiPath, right? So in case if you don't want to use the read text activity or something like that, this is the simple thing that you can use, right? So this is where you will understand the coding and how that activities are working behind that. You surprise that, okay, this is doing so much fast processing, so this is what is written behind that activity. Now write file text. In this again it is simple, but here I will have to pass two things. One is my file path and the other is going to be my text that I want to write. So here what we are going to do at the end, will when we'll be processing the output, whatever we are reading, we will write it to the write file. Now in the case of write, it completely replaces the text whatever it is present previously. Okay, so now if there is something already written, now I have created the three text file as well, one for read, write and append. I'll be showing that shortly. But over here, as you can see, if the path is empty, I'm going to pass file path is empty. If not, then I'm using file dot write all text function. Again, write all lines. So you, whatever we are reading in read all lines is going to be string array, and I can write it. So it will write in exactly the same way. And write all text is what we are using. And once that is done, I'm giving the output as file text as write file text successful, since it has successfully written. Okay, and we are returning the written file text. So in this there are going to be two outputs. One is going to be the file path is empty, and the other is going to be write file text successful. Now moving ahead, the last function of our complete tutorial of learning C sharp is append file text. Now what it is going to do, whatever text is there previously, it is going to append the data below that, right? So here what I'm doing is, whatever file we are reading, we will be writing that text again later, so we know if it is working properly or not. So here I have passed the path and here I have passed the text. Again, there are going to be two parameters. If the file path is empty, file path is empty. If not, okay, here I need to change my function to append all text, right? So this is going to be append function, and again file text append file text is successful. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's execute all these functions that we wrote within last 5 to 6 minutes. Here whatever I have done over here, I will explain that, but before that we need boolean variable bool for file exist. Now I'm created the object of my this program, class program. I have created an object over there. This was explained in the previous video as well, right? So I'm going to use program dot, I'm going to call my file exist function, and I'm going to pass a path over here, which is going to be over here. Copy, and let me remove this. Now you need to add the @ symbol, right? Otherwise it will give you an error, because there are forward or backward slash within our path always. Here I'm going to write the output console dot write line, and let's mention over here file exist plus it's going to be file ex, right? And I'm going to create one more bool folder ex is equals to program dot folder path exist, and let's copy this same and let me add over here. In this case I'll remove this part because RPA Rookies is my folder. Now RPA Rookies is an initiative by me where I'm helping freshers and early professionals who want to get started with RPA. So if you have any, if you fit that particular role or if you are in that particular position, please feel free to reach out to me. And I'm going to write this again over here. Okay, console dot write line, it is going to be, now let's use the correct terms, directory exists and plus, and I'm going to use the folder exe variable. So this is going to return me true or false. Now similarly what I have done is I have created this 3 string variables as well. This is calling the read text function where I'm reading my read file.txt. Write file I'm passing 2 parameters. If you see file path and the variable, and in append also I'm passing the file path and the variable. Now if you see, let me delete this. Write file is okay. Hello, this is write file. So we know when the data replaces. Hello, this is read file, and hello, this is okay. Hello, this is append file. Okay. Now let's execute it. So this is the read file. Write output was successful and append file text was successful because we have passed the right part. And if you see, file exist is true, directory exist is true, right? Okay, and you see read output is hello, this is the read file, and write, and that was successful. Let me open the write file. Hello, this is the read file, so the text has been replaced. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let me change this variable and let me change this variable. Now we should be getting false for our file and folder exist function. You see, false and false. So this is how in the today's tutorial we have created 5 functions that were file exist, folder exist, or directory exist, then read text, write text, and append text. So these are all the 5 functions that we saw in the video. Further we'll be dealing with more file activities, word activities, and other functions that we have within the C#. Thank you for watching the complete video. Please do hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to stay updated to all the new videos I upload. Thank you.